hold on.
Here. I'm setting this here because I'm recording this.
Okay, so here we go.
Just so
we go like this.
visit.
We go like this. Number one.
We're at off Elm. Go.
We're talking about number one classic comedies. Then we're talking about 1A classic movies. And then we're talking about B plus classic movies. And like the unsung like cult classics, Tropic Thunder, Grandma's Boy are in there. Step Brothers might be. I mean, like, obviously, like, a fast...
Step Brothers. I would almost put Step Brothers above. I don't know. I mean...
Because of production value and shit?
Just, yeah, and then as a whole story.
Yes.
Because it actually works. Like, Caddyshack kind of doesn't
It's
work.
just, it's weird. Well,
but it's got to be one of my favorite all-time movies.
100%.
Like,
I would ask you...
comedy.
There's one other thing, and this one's on Netflix. Have you seen the movie called... it's called... A Stupid and Futile Gesture.
Yes.
That movie, I just rewatched it the other night. It is fucking genius.
I have not watched it in years, but it's the making of it's the National Lampoon's.
It's the Lampoon's.
Yeah.
They start them. They graduate from Harvard, and then they get into
Joe McHale does a great Chevy Chase.
100%. And then they go.
By the way, Chevy Chase.
They get the
in his prime, like when he's on,
classic.
Unbelievably funny.
They get into the magazine.
Yeah.
And then it's Animal House, which of course has the Harold Ramis went to WashU, so it's based on his fraternity experience at WashU. But then it's Caddyshack.
Yeah.
And then Doug Henny, who was kind of like the brain behind the whole thing, just kind of lost it. He was what
would you do now, you moron?
Yeah, not troubled, but like
he was troubled.
He was troubled.
There was some shit going on.
But like when you're that.
Oh, so they were doing mounds of cocaine.
On Caddyshack.
Yeah.
Well, kind of throughout the whole thing.
Yeah, I mean, they were fueled like...
But, dude, I'm telling you, because...
But also trouble.
Well, for you, because you never know when a movie's going to leave Netflix for free, like, over the next couple weeks, you should pull it up and rewatch it.
I should.
Because, yes.
Pat? Hey, Pat. We do 2 more? Yeah, another round. Yeah. We'll do a lot. Full out. Thank you.
It is. That one is it's that good. As far as like just a weird, almost like indie comedy.
Also because the thing for me is I kind of got sick of behind the scenes comedy because I was listening. I love comedy, but I was listening to so many comedy podcasts of comedians.
Yeah.
And just like all of us, they're talking behind the scenes shit, which is all great at first, but then I was like, but man, that strange and whatever,
Stupid and futile gesture.
Yeah, strange and futile gesture. Very, very fucking good. I watched it before I was jaded on all of it, but it kind of, I don't know why it didn't stick.
Yeah.
A bunch. Other than like the suicide, him and Chevy at the end, and there's like a little bit of.
Well, yes. Also, just like the takeaway that I come away from it was just like the hell that these guys have to go through to create art is way harder. I mean, they're tortured.
Every time I think I can write, I'll watch something. It doesn't even have to be like genius shit. I'm like Heat. I mean, even Tropic Thunder, dude. Like, how do you think of... Look, I get it. It's not one guy, but it's always like one guy has a sort of skeleton or an idea, and then people come on. It's a lot of people that make a movie. To make a movie, it's insane the amount of people that are on set. Dude, on Jack Ryan, hundreds of people. DC and they gotta logistically, it's bananas. And I constantly think like, I don't want to create that way. But dude, I was just talking with my dad about it because we were talking about Saturday Night Live hasn't been funny, and I mean, and my dad's as liberal as they come, so it's not like that kind of shit. We're just talking about how SNL used to take a bunch of chances and shit. And I was like, look, they have all year. I mean, they know the slate of people booked out that they're gonna win, and so they'll get ideas. But to try and come up with shit every week is
insane.
bonkers.
So I would tell you two things again before I forget. That movie that's on Netflix right now, that's called Saturday Night.
Would you?
You should watch it. Did you try?
No.
You should.
I didn't even try it.
Because it's the same thing.
Oh, thank you.
It's the same thing, sir. It's the same thing as the stupid and futile gesture.
No, I get it,
which
but
is kind of like, and again, it's not as good as the other shit we're talking about, but like the amount of comedic geniuses that contribute to the scripts that it takes to make a movie like Step Brothers or Old School or any of the other things. It is
Old School.
It is. It's just like these guys have been doing this shit since they were 14, and they finally did it, and they can finally do it. Like
it's hard to write comedy
and
too.
Think about all the shit that was edited out of all those movies. It's bananas. Like
so, like it is really hard to write funny shit.
Yeah.
And that people like it's not specifically hard to be funny or to do we like run people off?
I think we may have, but that's fine.
Yeah. Am I being super loud? I'm really not. I was when I came in. Anyway, whatever.
Totally.
Yeah, I am being super loud. I can just hear me now. And then now that I was like, oh, I'm projecting for that. I am super loud. But like it just I can see when like doing the try and stand up, which I want to go back to. I realized I was like not in a good mental headspace. I lie about my PTSD a lot, meaning I lie to myself. And so then it's all good. But I want to go back and try and do it again. But just getting up there, I was like, oh man. You know, you do a couple, like I wrote down a couple of things or whatever, and I'm like, oh, these are funny. These are funny. And then I'll kind of say it to somebody, and they're like, not.
Well, there isn't a stand-up comedian alive that wouldn't say.
Oh, sure. No.
Like, bombing is part of the thing.
I mean, it wasn't a blow to my ego. I mean, even my son was like, my son actually helped me kind of fine-tune a couple of them. But I realized, oh man, even just on that level, just an open mic, hey, I just want to be able to stand up and do 3 minutes.
Right.
Or whatever. And how hard that was. Like, because you assume, man, we're sitting here, I'm having a great time. I'm laughing. Shit is funny.
I've never had a hard time making people laugh.
Right. Well, or just having a good time. You know what I'm saying? Just like hanging out. And, man, so to write it, so to look at something like Tropic Thunder, I'm always like, I'm just so impressed with the amount of creative thought that went in. I mean, somehow they made a semi-coherent move. I mean, it was coherent. It had a plot. They were moving along.
100%.
Oh my God, when Tom Cruise was like, punch that guy. The guy's like, Tom Cruise.
He's like, he was talking to me. When the terrorists called us up on, he was like,
oh yeah.
Go fuck yourself. Boop. We don't negotiate with terrorists.
Boom. We don't. Literally take a step back and go fuck your own face. We don't negotiate with terrorists. Oh my God. I mean, he's like Alec Baldwin. He's got good timing.
Yeah.
When he wants to. Well, first of all, they're incredible actors. I mean, both.
Yeah. They're masters of the English language. They're just.
Look, the thing is too is those people are fucked up. When your goal and your craft is pretending to be another person, you are not. I should say you're mentally like unhealthy. I don't think that.
You pretend for a living.
Yeah, but it is really, even the low-level actors at grad school, just being around just low-level, you're like, oh my god, fuck you.
Right.
Like, come on, you're going to be a deep... This is a film school.
Right.
You know, like, we had legit cameras and shit. You know, I mean, we had, like, a nice professional setup.
Yeah.
But you're
well,
like...
it just... yeah, and it goes to show you the difference between the people that film these movies compared to the people that are on the other side of the fucking camera.
But you gotta, the problem that, and I was
like,
thinking about this, though, is to make something, because I was thinking about the creative part of it. But, like, to make something, you gotta be aware of the actor. Also, a lot of these actors they're like Navy SEALs or wide receivers. They're great at their shit, but their egos can be fragile.
100%.
And so, like, you gotta kind of know when to, like, poke, but also when to coddle these guys a little bit. Because I can't just say fuck actors. Nobody would ever do anything I want to do. You know what I'm saying? But, like, I don't know. But it's also removed from me. Like, I don't know what... No, that's not true. And in a lot of ways, my job was acting. Actually, in a lot of ways.
Of course it was.
I think about it.
100%.
Yeah, that's good.
Jesus. I mean, you know.
Also, I'm temperamental and a little
but,
fucking...
like, you know, did you... There's been a couple things. I'm assuming you probably have not gotten into Day of the Jackal yet?
No, I haven't.
But...
YouTube takes up a lot of my time when it's like...
God damn it, there's another one that I've seen recently. But to immerse yourself in a counterintelligence, human intelligence environment, it's the same thing, dude. I mean, I don't even know how you did it, honestly. I mean, I do, but I don't. I mean, it's just like, you know, it's fucking... there's a whole job thing.
I didn't mean to bring it back to that.
No. But I'm saying, like, it's...
Well, you kind of get where it... I'll say this. You kind of get where it fucks with these actors a little bit. Because it starts fucking with you a little bit. Because you're like, I got to sit here and be this thing to this person. This is disingenuous. I mean, I'm genuinely wanting this information, or I'm generally wanting to build rapport with our relationship, but I'm bullshitting. So I do think about that, like, how does it... I mean, literally, these actors are... And then you watch different actors. Like, why would somebody be a good actor? And I mean, you can understand, like, okay, the difference between great and something. James Caan is kind of James Caan in every movie.
100%.
But he's, like, intriguing and fascinating to watch. Thunderball is...
Oh, is that
when was the last time you watched Thunderball?
No, that's on my list. You know, that's like the roller derby movie.
Yes.
Yeah.
Rewatch it soon. Just rewatch it. It's gonna be worth your watch. And the whole thing, it drags in the middle a little, where you're kind of, because you're not sure, but it's really trippy. It's surprising. It's got that kind of 70s, like, there's a little bit of a fucking fever dream. And James Caan is always, again, just sort of James, but it just works very well. I mean, but it doesn't matter. But he's such a great... It's like Tom Cruise.
Yeah.
It doesn't... God, James Caan is Sonny Corleone. That was the first time I really knew James Caan.
It's fantastic.
But I just watched a breakdown of that Arnold Schwarzenegger. Like, James Caan in his later years went very De Niro.
Eraser?
Yeah, Eraser. Yes.
Totally. Oh, he plays his ex-partner
right?
or something like that.
His supervisor,
Okay, yeah,
who's
yeah.
actually on the take,
Yeah,
or whatever.
yeah.
Like it's really, it's got Schwarzenegger doing like ninja shit.
Of course. Yeah. Yeah, I just saw, I can't remember who it was. It was a young actor who was also in the movie Lincoln, and they were talking about Daniel Day-Lewis. And he was just like, I think it was Paul Mano. You know who that guy is.
Yeah.
Well, that
There
would,
Will
that,
Be
that,
Blood.
That would have been There Will Be Blood, though.
Yeah.
So, but he was just like, everything was normal. But then when he walked on set, everyone was just like, okay, it's time to stop fucking around. And again, obviously,
Christian Bale kind of feels like
he's a super method actor-y kind of
Yeah.
guy. But I mean, like, that is what it takes to create that kind of fucking genius, I guess.
Also, so I've thought about this a bunch too, like in the sense of like celebrity, like why do they do that? The truth is, it's a lot of distraction. And what made me think of it is just doing the podcast, and if Stella wants my attention, and she's up here, like just how distracting that is. I can still do a show, like pet her, kind of, hey, no, I got you later, whatever. But I'm still doing I'm on a live show. I can still do it, but I'm like, oh man, it is really distracting. Or if like on a live chat, so it doesn't really bother me now, but it used to, like if there was a troll, I'd want to get at the troll, and it would just distract me from the show. And it made me realize, or think about how distracting would it be if you're an actor and a celebrity. Like, we were in D.C. and there
there's
were
like horns blowing and shit, like trains
well, it's
rolling
all
by.
sort of shit, and they were like, "Hey, don't." It wasn't "don't look at John Krasinski." They're like, "Don't talk to him. Don't interact with him."
Yeah.
Blah blah blah. And at first, I was like, "Well, fuck that guy."
Yeah.
But then also, could you imagine being at work and then every second step you're taking, especially on a set, is like, "Hey, let me."
It's like going into a big game that you're getting ready to play, and all of a sudden your girlfriend calls you. You're like, dude, get the fuck away from me.
Why won't you give me time? Like, she wants to have an argument, right then.
Yeah, you don't know what I'm getting ready to do. Like, get the fuck away from me. Can you just wait? And Jesus.
It is.
And for those guys, what they need is they might need 4 months of nothing but peace and chill.
Dude, on one of the days, because I worked twice for 2 days, so it was only 4 days total. It wasn't any major thing. There was one of the people in the show was this K-pop person or something. So there was a K-pop dude, and to have to keep because you're on the radio and shit. I was just a PA, a production assistant. Basically, hey, put these cones here. I didn't do shit. They did move me up to assistant. I forgot, because I went over and just helped them with this bill. Prop something. They're like, hey, can you watch these guys do this shit over here? And the truth is, part of it, I think, was part of the reason is I was taking pictures, and I didn't realize that's a severe fucking no-no.
Yeah, because people can leak shit that's coming out.
Yeah. And I was just like, holy shit, I'm on the goddamn set of Jack Ryan. And so, I think they did it to just get me out of the, they didn't want to lose, whatever. But they're like, we're promoting you, so we're going to give you an extra $100. And I was like, okay. But these dudes are locking in on a set, and so I just, it takes a person. They're also used to being the center of attention.
They are.
And
they also went through hell to get there.
Yeah.
Doing nothing for no money.
Well, and
which
again,
again, I know it was so funny because I remember I had watched Jack Ryan, and I told you to watch it, and then you posted something. You're like, Jack Ryan's a piece of shit. That show, and I was like, it's fair. I mean, he's been in that world.
I got to meet the one guy from
The Wire. Bunk? Did you meet Bunk?
No, Cheedy from The Good Place.
Oh, okay.
He was on the show.
Because Bunk from The Wire is his partner, or not his partner, but it's kind of like his handler or his supervisor.
Yeah, it's kind of a weird.
Yeah.
They're never clear on that show. That show just blew. I mean,
I know.
Dude, and then they went to Venezuela, and I was in Venezuela for a year. And my buddy's like, "Are you seeing this?" Who I was down there with. He went diplomatic security. I think maybe he's retired now.
You're like, I was an embassy guard down there. God
Yeah.
damn it.
Like, no. There should be Marines fucking bitches. Holy shit. That was such... Dude, it was Fantasyland.
I know.
It was Fantasyland. The dollar... Dude, you're
like
in the States.
Your bank account was going that way.
Yeah.
You were living...
And by the way, I was a junior, and I was in E3 when I went to E4. I made you get on promoted E4. So corporal. I was making nothing. But down there, it was like, make it rain, motherfucker. Dude, it was so great. You go, because they had an exchange, like they didn't, in the embassy. And so it's a direct exchange. So there's no, like, markup or whatever. Or maybe there might have been a markup, but it was, like, minimal. Go exchange, and you're getting, like, fuck yeah. I'm a Lance Corporal going out with this, and it's like $50.
But the wad was like that.
Yeah. And you're like, let's fucking get it. And the bitches are hot. Ugh. I fucking loved it down there.
Well,
dude.
you deserved it. I mean, like, so I guess, like, that was before recon school for you.
That was way before recon. So that was...
I was in Gunnison then, when you were in Venezuela. So
I was
24 or 5.
3. I was 23. Married Janet. I just turned 23. Married Janet at... I mean, technically there, but... Right? Yeah, I was 22 to 23 while I was there. And then... yeah. I went to... Okay, so from there, then I went to the officer candidate shit. The Army calls it green to gold.
I'm
Yeah,
ready.
we'll do another lap.
Gotcha.
Thank you.
Let's see. So I didn't go to recon until... Okay, I got picked... I did a year on embassy duty. I got picked up for the officer program. ME-STEP is what
So
they
you
called
went through
it.
the Marines version of OCS?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And then, so the way it worked, so I was on embassy duty, and I put in to become an officer. Enlisted at green and gold, blah, blah. I get selected, and then I did a year in Venezuela. And then from there I got put, I went to University of Missouri. I'm saying this for this, I'm sorry. I went to Mizzou. Sorry. I got saved.
You went back to
Mizzou
Columbia?
ROTC.
Uh-huh.
And so then...
You went back to Columbia?
Yeah. And so that's when Janet and I got divorced.
Okay.
And so then she cheated. We got there. I went to OCS. In fact, I was there, I don't know, 4 fucking months. And then I went to OCS, and that summer in
Which
June,
was where?
June of 97.
Where was
Quantico.
OCS? You went to Quantico.
Yeah, I went to Quantico. All Marine OCS is at Quantico.
Okay.
So I went to OCS at Quantico, and then I came back, and she was like, I'm in love with Fox.
Okay.
And I was like, cool,
Great.
later, bitch. And I made it easy. So then I was screwing up at the ROTC unit, because I went to OCS, right? But in the Marine Corps, probably in the Army too, actually, you don't get commissioned until you get your bachelor's degree.
Right.
And so you go to, the ME-STEPs that go there, meaning the prior enlisted guys that go, they go the very first summer after they get selected. So you do 2 semesters of college, and then you go to OCS. But then you got however much, whatever.
To finish your bachelor's.
Yeah, to finish your bachelor's. Then you get commissioned. And I didn't show up on time for some shit. I went they call it unauthorized absence. I went UA. And then they were cool. They were like, where do you want to go? And I said, to an infantry unit at Camp Pendleton. And so they sent me to 2nd Battalion, they sent me to an infantry unit, 2nd Battalion, 4th Marines. I did a deployment with them.
I think she's got us.
Yeah. I did a deployment with them. That's where I went to Okinawa. And then I was like, I did what's called the Maritime Special Purpose Force. I was the communications guy for ship takedowns and shit like that. In extremis hostage rescue. Dude, shit was the coolest shit.
Like frog stuff.
Oh, dude, you're fast roping off a fucking bird onto a ship to fucking, come here, girl, take that bitch down. Like, or do they flew us in from, like, you have exercises, right? You got to do we call it blackout exercises. Boom. So the crisis action team, incident hits, crisis action team goes in, crisis action team, this is all training. Has like 3 hours to get their shit together. And then we flew out to Saipan and blacked out fucking truck. And I was doing the communications for all of it. So I had to like wire up the trucks and shit. Like had to keep everything like fucking go so everybody could talk. Flew to Saipan, landed. You're in a bread truck. It's like the movies. I mean, of course, this is also pre 9/11. It's probably cooler now, but dude, we were on a fucking bread truck, and I had so much gear. I had so much comm gear so they sat me. I was at the door of the truck, and so when we hit the target, they could push me out. Cause, dude, everybody's sitting like this,
like an 80-pound back on your back.
Yeah. So basically, they kicked me the fuck out so I could get out, and then I was what's called trailer platoon. So say the phone is the head, right? So you're looking for a person, computer, or whatever. Just you're looking for jackpot, right? I would set up. I wouldn't go into the house. So me and my assistant, we'd sit outside, corner of the house, trailer platoon, and everything is brevity codes. So you got happy hour, big cocktails, blah, 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 and it's one word. So nobody's on the comms. So they can be like bluefish, redfish, whale, jackpot. And that's it. It's boom, boom, boom. These things are like, you're not talking on the radio a ton. And so, but back then, all the radios are, you have different frequency, different types of radios, UHF, VHF, SATCOM, it's all in one radio. The technology now. But back then, we had to carry separate radios for each one of them. Dude, it was bonkers. But it was so fucking cool because I had to set up long-range comms from Saipan to the ship, like hundreds of miles away, and it's a bank shot off that ionosphere. So you may not hit it, but you gotta you gotta get your antenna perfect. But boom,
Point it towards that.
Yeah, dude, it was the fucking coolest shit. Other than war, it was the coolest shit. So then I went to recon, or right after that, then I took the recon indoc.
And then you came back, and then it was Army and
Yeah.
language school. And
Army and language school, and then government. Yeah. Anyway, but yeah, that was, Venezuela was, dude, I think, I mean, 1 year.
I mean, you're like, dude, we deserve this. Come on. These women are hot. Everything's fun. Because that was the mid-90s. I mean, like...
Think about how great the 90s were, by the way.
Oh, my God.
Think about how great pre-9/11.
Oh, my God.
I mean, look, 9/11.
Well, I guess, yeah.
9/11 made me.
Gulf War nonsense, I guess. But, like, then there was a pause.
Yeah, but that wasn't even...
There was a pause.
That was like 72 hours of
mayhem, and then was
yeah.
done.
And then it was done, like... But, I mean... Think about it. Everything was so fun in the 90s. Being an early 20s guy. Now, you guys were here. I was Marine shit, but loved Coming Home. I've always loved fucking Coming Home, man.
Oh,
It was just, the music was fucking good.
the music was great. Going to a cards game.
Dude, just going to fucking house parties and like sport fucking out of house parties.
And now you're all done. I mean, it's all happened. What was your high? I think I've already asked you this. What was your highest rank? By the time it was all done, like.
Yeah, in the military it was staff sergeant, E6, so not that high. In the government as a civilian, I was a GG13, which is a GS. I was GS13. GG just means you're in the pay scale technically is for intel or whatever.
Which is like a lieutenant.
Essential. Lieutenant colonel. It's the equivalent to like a lieutenant colonel. But
Thank
yeah,
you.
I was like, damn, we need to order again. I forgot. Thank you very
I
much.
got you covered.
No, I appreciate it. I wasn't, yeah. No, I mean, the other, if you see it. No, because, I mean, the thing is, I always wanted to start the pod with, this was literally the mission was, it was me and Hippie, and then we bring people on from our life, right, from that life on, and I would say it. I mean, my idea, my vision was, okay, this podcast is you getting to listen to a couple operators or whoever, like a couple of dudes fucking talking at the end of the bar. You walk in at happy hour. You don't get to be involved in the conversation, but you get to listen. And the hard part with it is nobody can smoke weed. Okay.
Well, because they're like active military operators with
that's the problem is the clearance. So like even like because I was just past where people now everybody's out. I mean, basically anybody.
Not only that, but it's legal everywhere.
Yeah, well, it's legal everywhere, and my era is out. Like the last of my era is gone. It's a whole different game now. In the intel community, in the military, it's a whole. I don't know. I'm not saying good or bad or whatever the fuck, but all of us that did war are essentially
Moved on.
Yeah.
Well, and
so,
I think like after doing yours, I'm not even saying there's a market for it, but I think there is. But it's like to sit down and listen to do movie slots, talk about movies.
Perfect way to put it.
Is
Yeah. I think it's fun.
It's like because like I have a weird, crazy passion for fucking watching movies. Like so, I couldn't believe how
smart you are.
Well, I would tell you,
way smarter than me.
Like my only hope, anytime that like if I was at like let's just say we did that shit on a regular basis for the next 2 years, that someone out there would watch a movie where they're like, God damn it. How the fuck have I never seen that movie? It is a piece of fucking genius.
Yes.
I'm a fucking idiot. It's kind of like when someone tells you, back in the day when we used to read books, they'd be like, dude, read this. It'll change your life.
Reading books is now...
Well, I still try to do it, but
I don't.
Like there's so much TV.
I don't read shit.
That it's like the TV and the movies, even old ones, are so good that you're just like. So I'm like, hey, I try. I mean, I have a couple, but like.
No, I think you're right. I mean, listen,
what I mean? Like, it's just
I believe there is a. This is why I started the podcast. I believe there's a place for dudes just having a conversation like this about good movies.
Yeah, exactly.
And the way we set it up initially was the hook was okay. You pick the movie,
right? Yeah.
Then,
so you both watch it, and then we talk about it, or whatever, and then we get sidetracked, and it's all good.
And
but like,
but I like this. I mean, the truth is, you need a thing to, like we were pulling up, like you're saying, being able to pull up shit, like having the computer
Just
there.
show the person's face or whatever, or
Yeah.
like a 10-second clip of the
But I gotta
movie.
be honest, dude. Like once a week on something like this, where it's just whatever. Let's have some drinks. Let's fucking shoot shit about a movie we just fucking saw.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, because obviously we're gonna get sidetracked, and that's the other fun part.
they're okay with it. Because my audience is, know what I'm saying? They're okay with it.
Yeah, no,
My audience
yeah.
is used to it now.
Yeah, but like, you know, I can, yeah.
God, this drink is so fucking good.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, the thing is, like, you take drinks for granted until you get a good one, and then you're like, oh shit.
Well,
Like,
and this place is good with that. Like,
no joke.
they have their fucking, you know, mixologist back there.
But that's what I'm saying. Like,
I can drink a fucking Busch Light any day. Any
I mean, just having the peel
Yeah.
and then the blueberry, like you got, and your thing has this.
It's got the hairpin.
Yeah.
They use old school hairpins.
Oh wow. I didn't know that, but it gives a feel of weight to it.
Totally, 100%, man. Like, you know.
Because I love this fucking window.
I know.
This
dude.
place is-
That's why this is my spot. Like, you know, our junior high is literally right over there in Moss Field.
Yeah. You can see the lights.
I know.
You can see the lights where you
fucking dope.
played fucking soccer.
Exactly. It's fucking dope. I mean, that's why, like, I almost wish, like, already, like, because this place just opened in, like, around Thanksgiving. Kind of sucks that, like...
Is that new?
Oh, yeah. It's new. Like, they just opened, I feel like, either right before or right after Thanksgiving. Like, but I'm thinking, like, when it's August and it's fucking 95 degrees, like, I wish these windows could open, but they can't. But, like...
That's what. Well, I mean, but the AC at that point
It'll
is
be
going to feel
fine.
good.
It'll be fine.
But it's nice when you have the open and a breeze.
This space is dope.
The only difficulty is at the being at an intersection.
I know.
A little bit.
Yeah, and this tight sidewalk and shit.
But I mean, obviously super easy for me. But if you hit
Well,
if you
got
hit
lucky.
rush hour,
It was funny because
I know.
when you pulled up, like there was 2 cars parked here, and they had left like 5 minutes before. And when I saw you pull
man.
up, I was like, "Oh Jesus!" He got so lucky again.
Got fucking rock star parking. I fucking love Webster. I love St. Louis, dude. I can't even begin to tell you. I fucking love St. Louis. A buddy of mine, I do. It's funny. I'm trying not to be cognizant of this, but people know who he is. But anyway, I'm trying to get. So I don't want to put his shit out on the street, basically. I'm telling him to come to St. Louis, and he does a thing. I was a targeting officer with him. Like we were in Afghanistan. I think at the same time. We didn't like work together in Afghanistan, but we were on the same program, same everything. And then with Africa, we worked directly together on Africa targets. And I'm telling him, man, but he's got this whole open source, like he's a fucking guru with finding, not classified, just using open source off the shelf databases and finding and linking people and all this shit. Like he's,
You're talking about like he's a non-lethal targeting expert.
yeah, for sure. And like, so in our work, like to say a subject matter expert, you have to it's a pretty. There's no official goddamn, you hit this benchmark and you'd be called that, but yeah, no, he would definitely be called the SME. But I'm telling him he's a GWAT kind of holder. He's a bit younger, right? I think he's like 10 years younger. So he's kind of a whole, he's not. Dude, the way we did shit in GWAT, the way you can go after terrorists is different, Anyway, I'm telling him, I'm like, man, come to St. Louis, dude. I'm like, set it.
Like get a job at the NGA.
No, he's he'll be like a contract. He sells a service. He has got an LLC. So no, I mean he makes bank in DC, but the problem is the cost of living there is fucking through the roof, and
Right.
so I'm like, dude, come to St. Louis. I'm like in DC.
Buy a house in Webster.
Yeah, I was like, dude, in DC you're one of 100 company, businesses or whatever that can do this shit, and really in that environment. The big boy is gonna hire you. Like you're a business. I'm Josh G LLC. I make all my money. All my money goes to my business or whatever. But the reality is, I'm not going to the Department of Defense. I'm going to L3 or what? I don't know. Whatever. Some contractor company who's got a bigger one, and they scoop up. But I was like, dude, you're one of 100 there. You're gonna be one of one here. Like, also he grew up in Belleville, Illinois. That's why I'm telling him to come here because he's from Belleville. So it's like I'm like, dude, you got everything. Like you're a St. Louis kid. I'm like, it is so awesome, dude. Even my kids.
Well, of course. Well, they've been spoiled, though.
Totally.
I mean, come on. You bring them here at the coolest times of the year.
Yeah.
I mean, it is... This place drips Americana.
It's the best on 4th of July.
I mean, come on.
It's the best.
Jesus.
Yeah.
I mean,
Well,
it's insane.
What was nice with them is, dude, in Charlottesville, which is obviously way smaller than St. Louis, it takes forever to get places.
Even to like a
Just a regular drive game.
Nats game or...
Oh no! We're 2.5 hours from a Nats game.
Oh, really?
Dude, when I lived, me and Nicole lived in Navy Yard. I lived across the street from the Nats.
Okay.
With the pool, the picture of the pool.
Yeah,
and shit.
yeah.
Dude, I take the kids. We just walk over to 2 blocks to a Nats game. Awesome.
But Charlottesville is a couple hours?
South. Charlottesville
So
is
like Columbia?
Yeah. Almost exactly. Yeah.
Holy shit.
And so it's like, yeah. But it's, in fact, it's just like Columbia. It's a college town that's big, built up. University of Virginia. And taking them here, I'm like, oh no. We'll go to a Cards game. It's 15 minutes.
Yeah.
And they're like,
and
what?
The carnival's 5 minutes that way.
Yeah. They're like, holy shit, everything is
You
close.
grew up here?
Yeah. And
Yeah,
Erica.
I did.
Well, and then, because Erica grew up here too. I mean,
Totally.
she went to Nearing. She was West County or whatever, but yeah, it's hilarious. Kids love St. Louis. Connor especially really, he loves any St. Louis gear. He likes all that. Like, it's awesome. It is awesome.
Yeah, dude. I mean, it's...
Remember when we were watching the fireworks and the firework thing went,
totally.
went flat?
I totally did.
Because we were with the kids.
Yeah.
We were with the fucking kids. So, like...
people got hurt.
Yeah.
They did.
I know.
So,
and
I
we
mean,
were
I think
above the park, like, smoking weed, drinking beer.
Yeah, I think Caleb Harrell's wife got, like, fucking hit by a fucking firework. That was when we were right on the other side, like, over by fucking Mann's old house and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who was it that we were with? Jenny...
Linda Brockmeyer.
Okay.
Or... I don't know.
I can't remember her fucking name. We were just basically over the hill right there.
Exactly, like right over the softball field,
Yeah.
1 block that way. Oh, yeah.
Dude, this place, sitting here,
Dude, look, this is why... This
it's
is
a
my
great
scene.
call on establishing this as your spot.
Oh, dude, come on.
Very great call. I mean, dude, I've been fucking nerve damaged. I am like sore as fuck. The hard part with the pain, man, is it makes me want to drink more because I'm like, I need to numb it. But, hell yeah. All right. We got to do a show. We got to,
hey,
okay, what are we going to,
We have to find the premise.
yeah.
Should I get one more?
Yeah.
All right, I have to go.
I got you. Yeah, I got you.
Again,
It's St. Louis, dude.
I don't want to fucking.
Well, here's the deal. We've done one show.
I know, and it was really good.
Yeah.
Like, I liked it. Like,
And so,
I feel
like-
like it could have, or it was so poignant. But I feel like
What did you want? I mean, look. In all honesty,
I feel like that show would have gone viral. Or again, I'm a
Yeah.
fucking idiot, obviously. But like if we would have had pulled up every one of those people's faces during our podcast just to say this fucking, she went to Nearings, he went to fucking Burroughs.
Yeah.
Okay, it's fine. But if we did a Michael Mann show, that would be great. If we did a fucking just oh my god, these are the, like, look at these 10 classic fucking comedy shows or movies that were ever made. And we did it like, obviously like Caddyshack, Vacation, Tropic Thunder.
Fletch.
And we,
Gotta be in
Fletch,
there. Tropic-
obviously. Yeah,
Step Brothers.
Dumb and Dumber, Step Brothers.
Yeah.
Like it would be
God damn it.
amazing. But
Let's do a man. Let's do the next
okay.
one, man.
All right.
We got to figure it
But
out.
we have to watch Thief. I haven't watched Thief yet.
You got to rewatch it.
Have you?
It's not as good as you think it is.
Oh,
It's good.
God damn it. You watched it?
Yeah, I rewatched it.
Oh, shit.
I was like, man, I kind of put this movie on a pedestal a bit because I love Michael Mann.
All right.
James Caan, listen, it's beautiful the way it's shot, and he had, you were doing another one. One more.
They're making me one.
Oh,
Pat's already gotcha?
yeah.
Gotcha. You want to grab that empty glass for me?
Oh, perfect. Yeah.
So it wasn't, you
So
rewatched it?
and he had James Caan learn with a safe cracker and all, like so he could do all the. You can see the beginning of his brilliance.
Okay. Of his cinematography.
Yes.
Is
Dude, it looks good. I mean, not good. Good. It looks fucking unreal.
Really?
And rewatching it, I was like, man, what's so missed about him is he's the first one doing the shit he was doing.
Yeah.
He really was. He didn't know what it was, didn't know how to fine tune it.
Thank you.
Collateral and Heat, I mean, perfect movie. Perfect goddamn, that looked great. Everything before, look, I love Miami Vice. I love it. But that movie as a movie, it's a mess. It looks, and I fucking love Colin Farrell. I love Jamie, I love everything that was happening with it.
Well, I would say that character-wise in Miami Vice, that it's Jamie Foxx.
Totally. It's Jamie Foxx's movie.
Because of like
Colin Farrell was also like, talks about it, he was like, I was pilled out of my mind.
He was amazing. Colin Farrell was amazing. His gay hair was kind
And
of
then he
annoying.
tried to have this whole
That was
accent
but like
thing.
that, yes. But the trailer park scene with Jamie Foxx is so cold and calculated that it
black sedan with lights on.
Whoa.
How can you see that here? No, sorry, I didn't mean to cut. Well, he
You know what I mean
uses.
now? Like Jamie Foxx in that trailer park scene almost made the movie. The end was great. The whole movie was great. The cast was great. But Colin Farrell's hair was a little gay and annoying.
The whole
That
fuck-
sounds stupid to say, but it was
No, you can say it.
because he was Colin
Not,
Farrell.
not gay as in like fucking dudes.
Colin
gay as
Farrell
in-
was fucking great in the movie though.
His whole.
Well, here
I was so bought into this movie, by the way. I was at DLI This is like, we had cable or whatever, but, like, the internet, like, people weren't really, like, on, or at least I wasn't.
Wait, you were on a boat?
No. And Monterey
Oh, okay.
was Erica. And they had a really nice movie theater that was never busy. And, like, I mean, just because there weren't that many people there, you know? So, like, you could go on a Tuesday night, and that was back when, like, I would go to the theater, like
you were still watching movies.
Like, and, Miami Vice, I saw it twice in the theater. You know, like, I had so high expectations for the movie that when I saw it initially, I was let down. Truly, I was like, wait a second. Because I was thinking Miami Vice, like, now, by the way, now, you can just pull up early, you know, any episode of Miami Vice you fucking want to. Like, back then, it wasn't really like that. I had this, like, faraway view. The trailers are perfect. It was Michael Mann. Like, and
It's
it looks...
just sweeping. It's fucking beautiful.
Oh, and he's digital, so the digital camera picks up all the light. And so he can shoot at night with no manufactured light. He can shoot at night with that digital. And I went with two friends. I remember, and they were like, everybody was super hyped. And they were like, and I researched the shit out of the movie, by the way. So I was like, no. It's like, I was trying to make excuses for the movie, basically. Because it's a mess, a little bit. But once you accept what it is, because I was like, no. They're just dropping you in and then pulling you out. I mean, that's what Mann was saying. Mann was saying, the story is this. I'm dropping you in the middle. Like, you have no background, which I actually, by the way...
You know nothing about the main two characters.
At all.
Sonny and Crockett.
Right.
Like, their background's military, maybe, yes, no.
You don't know
like,
shit about shit.
Probably, but maybe no. Like,
I really actually like
they're
that.
literally ensconced in the underground drug market. One of my favorite
Human
scenes,
trafficking.
Yes.
Yeah.
One of my favorite scenes in the whole movie is at the beginning when their boss is showing them two boats moving through the water at night, right? And
How awesome is that shot?
Hold on. They're going like this through the ocean.
Yeah.
And Crockett looks at Tubbs, and then back at his office, or his commanding officer, and he goes, essentially he says, that's a skill set.
Yeah.
To run two boats at that speed, that close to each other.
Looks like one.
We're talking about professionals. That's when the movie gets good. And
Dude.
then you realize, oh my God, these are two professionals tracking down a group of other professionals, and it gets really crazy. And then, like, Jamie Foxx's character is essentially he's an ex-military. Again,
Very good.
stop. I'm just saying.
No, I got you. I don't care about that.
He's an operator. Like, you can drop
Feel
him in and feel.
You can feel it. This is
That's
why
what-
Jamie Foxx is very good in it, because it feels natural. Do the same with Tom Cruise. A gun, because they do the training. Tom Cruise went to this is obviously pre-John
Like a
Wick,
John
but like
Wick
Collateral.
shit. Yeah.
Dude, and you can pull it up on YouTube and watch
Yeah.
his training on it. Dude, when he shoots those, yo, homie.
The dudes in the alley, the guys in the alley.
I could watch that.
There have been guys that chimed in with military backgrounds on that move he made in the alley. They're like, that is a skill that
Right
no
here.
one has.
Well, it's not
He
no
grabs
one.
it and he
Well, because he
puts them all down.
He pulls it here.
Yeah.
And because you're looking at his eyes, and he pulls it down here, and it's boom, boom, and then he walks up, double taps him, boom, and then takes him. Oh my God!
I mean, out of nowhere.
So
because
good.
In
I
that
fucking love that scene.
in that movie, like, the action hadn't even really started yet.
Yeah.
And that's when he kind of established himself. Like, he was just cool.
I mean, Mann does such a good job. This is what I love about Michael Mann is he loves showing dudes that are very good at their jobs. That's why James Caan had to go learn how to break into safes. And again, as you're watching the movie, the movie is, it's a little bit of a mess. Dude, Michael Mann perfected. He and Collateral are you're like, oh, that is. Also, by the way, Last of the Mohicans.
Oh my God.
But the shooting part, and that close, like dudes who are capable of who like violence, and are good at it. He is. I mean, Tom Cruise was such a good pick for that fucking shit.
It was sensational.
It could have gone. It
Like
could have gone sideways.
The bar scene at the end of the movie
Yes!
was sensational. Like, I mean, I think.
Did we order another wrap?
Yeah.
Sorry.
I mean, even.
I didn't. You were. Yeah. I think you're. Anyway, sorry.
I mean, the last getaway scenes in the Last of the Mohicans is.
Dude, on the edge of the cliff.
Oh, dude. Sensational. Like when his son gets killed and his
That's a
girlfriend
movie I need to
and
rewatch. Yeah.
It's arguably one of the best movies of all time.
And Daniel Day-Lewis. It's just.
Well, like when his son comes up and it gets killed by Magua, and he gets dumped, and then his girlfriend jumps off the cliff,
Right.
and then the dad comes up and fucking wastes him. It is one of the most aesthetically pleasing, most beautiful scenes and emotional scenes.
Of violence, too.
And violence, emotion.
Nice. And he's doing. He's like.
Oh, yeah. And then he just smashes the spine out of him and then wastes him.
Fuck.
I mean, it's so good. You know, like, if you get lucky, you can find a really good movie streaming online, but you know when you're looking for a movie and you have to pay for it, like it's that good.
I didn't. We got one more. Perfect, thank you. Are you done? Yeah, perfect. Yeah, man. I gotta be honest, I kind of like this. I want to see how this works. I like us being out here.
Well, again, what I'm saying is that there's 100% a market for dudes who know what the fuck they're talking about movies to talk about it.
Or just guys like us having an opinion while we drink wine and while I smoke
100%.
weed.
There's no doubt.
I think that's what.
It's kind of like.
It's just fun. It's like your buddies who know about movies talking about movies.
Yes.
That's it.
Yeah.
And which, by the way, and it's just a conversation in a bar that you get to overhear.
Well, and I honestly feel like reading books, which is what we used to do.
Yeah. What was the first book that you read that you were like, I'm into books?
I'm hooked.
Yeah.
I would say probably To Kill a Mockingbird. Maybe
so early grade school,
like
kind of
8th grade, or I don't know when I read that. Like Where the Red Fern Grows.
I don't remember that one. I mean, I know the, but I don't know.
Great Gatsby, which was definitely high school, probably freshman year. I mean, back then they made kids read books, but I think To Kill a Mockingbird because it was boring for a while, and then in the second half it got good, and I was like, oh my god!
Because it was pretty
this
boring.
This is why people read. And then
There's that guy, and I can just take care of it when you're ready.
For me, it was in through. I mean, I would really the Beat Generation, Jack Kerouac, all that shit.
On the Road,
for sure.
Naked Lunch.
Yeah, William Burroughs. Yeah, 100%. I can't see shit, but there you go. I'm sure it's good. Wait. But it was in through the outdoor. Thank you, man. God, dude. I got 6 days, and I'm getting my optometrist.
Cheaters.
God damn it. Oh shit, no tip.
Here, let me do it.
No, I got it. You're good. So 26. I'm gonna do an even 30. God damn it.
Who wrote Enter the Outdoor?
I have no idea, but it was Jim Morrison biography.
Oh, okay.
So like, and Jim Morrison was like, I mean, let's be serious. The guy was
He was a space cadet.
Also, he wasn't nearly as as
Profound.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He kind of understood the game a bit. And look, I'm not saying, I really liked the Doors, but
I do too.
and they were,
But they're nowhere as good as the fucking Stones or the Beatles.
or Zeppelin. They're not even in that. Yeah.
But he was still badass.
What do you think? I kind of put them up with the Eagles, where it's like, oh, I'll listen to this, but I'm not specifically.
I
Did you go
would take
Eagles?
CCR over anyone.
Oh,
All of those guys.
really?
Well, I'm sorry. Well, the
This
Stones.
is a good one.
God
You're bringing this up at the end of the track.
I know. The Stones, the Beatles, Black Sabbath, but CCR. Creedence.
Underrated.
Creedence.
Weirdly
Badass.
Weirdly underrated, I feel like. Dude,
Creedence.
running through the jungle? Yeah.
Oh my god, dude.
Dude, the layers.
Oh my god.
The audio engineering
Just
with that.
the fucking guitar, the lyrics, badass.
They turned it into, I mean, it had to have all of that because, what was her name? What was the lead singer's name?
Creedence?
Yeah.
John Fogerty?
Yeah, Fogerty, right? Yeah. He was fine on his own, but not, like,
He had a couple good ones.
Sure.
You know,
And a couple hits that came on the radio. They're fun.
Yeah.
Again, in a classic rock playlist, I'm not pissed off.
No.
But Creedence on headphones, like
Badass.
just very. You can get really
Well, there's
underrated.
just his voice, that guitar, it was badass.
Yeah.
I mean, again, I don't want to
What?
discount, like,
Right? Him being badass
Stones.
doesn't discount.
No, I'm just saying Stones, Beatles.
So
the
here's how I
Doors-
feel about the Rolling Stones. Like,
the Doors. I think the Stones were badass.
I will listen to the Stones way more than I listen to like the Beat, just as an idea. I don't Rolling Stones playlist to go Beatles. I don't. I'm not super hot on the Beatles, but every time this shit comes on and I put a bunch of their shit in a playlist, I didn't realize how thick it was.
Once they started getting into acid, like their
Totally.
shit was fucking. It was dialed. It was very dialed. Like it was badass.
It really was. And again, on headphones, it's like Cypress Hill. The first time listening to Cypress Hill, the very first thing, and how the production, how they made it go from headphone to headphone. Dude, in high school, when that shit came out, going out, getting fucked up, and then coming home and putting on headphones of just that album.
It was
It was unprecedented. It was badass.
Fucking incredible.
Just
So that album is not as good. It doesn't hold up, but there are three, I would say, incredible, classic. I mean, how I could just kill a
stoned
man
us
there.
the way of the walk.
Yeah. All right.
All right, I'm going.
Yeah. I'm gonna take a leak.